Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Slow. I'm just getting up the chat. I really need to get a second screen for this stuff. So, I'd like to start with a pretty wacky tale. So, a couple days ago, I talked about the modern day Pinkertons on a video. Kind of ranted a bit. It was like a 5-minute video. But, not a lot of people really know about the modern day Pinkertons, and I knew about them from their cease and desist on Red Dead Redemption 2, so pull that up. So the Pinkerton agency tried to sue Take-Two Interactives over their betrayal in Red Dead Redemption 2, which, I mean, is accurate. They're horrible people. We can go down here and it says a lawsuit over Red Dead Redemption 2 Wild West Pinkerton agents is ended quietly with the publisher Take-Two Interactive and the developers dismissing a defensive complaint against the modern day Pinkerton agency. Take-Two and its I don't know what that says. My brain's not working. Rockstar filed the suit in January, striking back at a cease and desist notice from Pinkertons, which argued Red Dead Redemption 2 had infringed on its trademark. So that's why they sent out a lawsuit. That doesn't make sense. So you can't infringe on the trademark. I'm pretty sure that they just got their buttholes hurt because they were portrayed as the bad guys in Red Dead Redemption 2. But the publisher wanted a court to rule that its use of the Pinkerton name as a part of the game that emphasizes historical accuracy was fair use, in which I believe so. But GameDaily.biz notes that the suit was dropped today, apparently ending the dispute. And all this happened back in, I think, 2018, 2019. So, fun stuff. But not a lot of people really know about this story. And even Moist Critical himself had said on one of the videos where he was covering the Pinkertons' recent raid that I'll go ahead and pull up this video. So after the recent raid, Pinkertons had on a YouTuber. He made a video about it. I will not listen. All right. which I think, yeah. Oh, you can't? Can you hear him? Maybe it's my thing. Uh, oh, what the heck? That's not picking up at all. Hold on. It's probably because I have my headphones in. Oh, nope. Nope.
God. I'm sure all of you have heard the name Pinkertons before
Can
because
you hear
they
him
were
now?
literally the bad guys in Red Dead. Like, they have existed for 170 years. I had no idea they were still and scare him and his wife and confiscate some Magic the Gathering booster boxes that he had recently
Cool.
purchased.
So,
That sounds like the plot to a Breaking Bad episode when someone didn't fully compensate Tuco for the drugs they bought. Now, the reason there was an issue with his purchase is because the YouTuber made a video showcasing the boxes that he got, and it turns out the boxes he received were not the ones that he actually ordered. He had ordered a booster box set called March of the Machine, but what he received
that's
was
right.
March of the Machine, The Aftermath, which was an unreleased set, and he unveiled the cards a month early. It was a leak, and it was a problem with the distribution because the names are so similar. He believes what happened is the person he tried to purchase March of the Machine boxes from accidentally sent him the unreleased boxes because the names were so similar and they got confused. But he didn't steal the product or anything like that. He didn't knowingly purchase
I think that's absolutely whack that he would get rated for that. Because that is not that YouTuber's fault at all.
unreleased product. He just got sent the wrong thing. But Wizards of the Coast, they took this as an affront to God. I'm sure all of you have heard the name Pinkertons before because they were literally the bad guys in Red Dead. Like, they have existed for 170 years. I had no idea they were still around. I thought they went extinct like fucking 100 years ago. But they still currently operate today. And Wizards of the Coast dusted off the old hotline right to their right to their desk and
And that's what I mean. Yeah. And that's what I mean by like not a lot of people knew because I've seen a TikToker who covered this story and he didn't know that the Pinkertons were still around. Charlie didn't know that the Pinkertons were still around. And somebody commented on my video saying that the Pinkertons that they didn't know the Pinkertons were still around. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know this because I actually thought that their lawsuit with Take Two Interactive would have blown up.
ordered an operation for them. I'm not here to do a deep dive on the history of the Pinkertons. They engaged in a lot of terrifying shit a long time ago, and I don't know to what capacity they still operate and do business today. But just their reputation
Not
enough is
much.
horrifying. And the fact that Wizards of the Coast used them as their first means of communication with this YouTuber is frightening. As far as I know, Wizards of the Coast didn't make any attempts to directly communicate with the YouTuber to resolve the situation without making a big hoopla out of it. It seems they just immediately slapped the Pinkertons on the ass and told them, "Get out there, sport. Time to engage Operation Pinkerton Pain Train," and then
So
sent them right to the
crazy.
man's doorstep. And when I was reading about this story and watched the video the content creator posted about the situation, I immediately pictured Wizards of the Coast higher ups donning these dark cloaks put over their head, kind of like Darth
Yep.
Sidious in Star Wars, sitting around this giant table like an Austin Powers supervillain lair.
I think we got enough from Penguin here, but I actually haven't seen Old School's video, so let me go ahead and pull that one up. Because I know Old School MTG talked about this.
To travel to France comfortably, I choose French Bee. Book now on FrenchBee.com.
Is a new title really necessary?
Sir, after bestowing the gift of renting ease to millions, a bump is in order.
Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. I'm not going to do any openings right now. I just wanted to update some people on some news that I just found out a few seconds ago about the whole situation with the Pinkertons coming to my house. I'm just cleaning up some cards from a box opening that I'll try and post later, collector's box opening. But we went outside to do a couple things, and one of our neighbors came over. And come to find out, apparently Friday when the Pinkertons showed up here and we weren't home, they decided to take it upon themselves to go knocking door to door on our neighbors' freaking houses and harass our 70 and 80-year-old ladies next door, asking information about us, saying that they had an appointment with us that we were supposed to be here for and we didn't show up. And
That's a lie. That is a lie. So you're telling me that the Pinkerton agency is actively lying about these legal matters and they're just getting away with it? That's messed up. I don't know how they're getting away with this.
I kind of grill them for some information about us, and that is just way over the line. I mean, this whole thing's been over the line, but
Absolutely.
that is, come on. I mean, you're harassing my elderly neighbors too. You should not be going door to door to my neighbors' houses telling them my business or anybody else's business. That's way over the line. This whole thing was a massive overreaction, and now that I found that out, I mean, I've already been upset about the whole thing, but really trying to keep my calm and keep things civil and keep my composure. But this is a little far. I mean, going and knocking on your neighbors' doors, and they didn't actually tell them my business, but still harassing my neighbors is unnecessary. This whole thing is unnecessary. I'm not sure what my next move is going to be, and I don't want to talk about any specifics or anything like that.
If you have the money.
Harassing your neighbors, come on. This, if Wizards had just called me or emailed me, we could have handled this totally civilly. I would have cooperated. They could have sent me a call tag for the product and replaced it with the product I actually ordered, and everything would have been fine. They did not need to send these, Pinkertons to my house, and they definitely didn't need to go to my neighbors' houses and try and grill them for information. This is nobody's business but mine and Wizards of the Coast, and my neighbors definitely shouldn't be involved. Anyways, yeah, a little rant here. Just wanted to give people an update of some news that I just found out. I can't believe they took it that far, really.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild. And I cannot believe that the Pinkerton agency is just getting away with this kind of thing. But yeah, that's about what I wanted to talk about because I guess that they went from killing people and bombing mountains and places to just degeneracy. Like, that should not be legal. I don't even think that is legal. But that's about it for the Pinkertons, because, nobody's actually, talked about that kind of stuff yet. However, so to move on a bit, I want to move on because I've been having that Dolphin Man just stuck in my mind for a couple days. And I want to see if I can get to the bottom of it and see if, that's actually how Dolphin Dude looks. Let me find the video again. I think it's a bit. Yeah, it's whack. So, where's that one video I saw? I think she left the internet again, but I'll save that one for later. I know we watched it. That should still be around. Where did it go? Did I get the number wrong? Because I remember Sam saying that. Ah, thanks. Yeah. I remember Sam saying that this
Hello.
guy, this is just how
This
the
is a
guy actually
warning.
looks.
Please go check outside your home. Please go check outside your home.
He's just telling us
Please
touch
go
and
check
press.
outside
Yeah.
your home.
I don't think I've really been outside
This is
today
not
yet.
real.
The following messages being transmitted at the request of the
Okay, yeah, and okay, so you're right. It is 64. Of course, they made it a sound on TikTok. However, I'm trying to. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find out more about this guy. Because, like, I could have sworn I've seen a video, like, years ago that talked about this dude. Like, is Reddit not talking about it? I'm surprised Reddit isn't looking through this. Reddit looks at, like, everything. Like, there's nothing there about it. Nothing here. Maybe if I actually type in the channel. Ooh, excuse me. Looks like he's been memed a little bit, but hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I thought that all this, because it looks like a mask. If you actually look at it, it looks like a mask. And it looks like the rest of him is just face paint. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it's just a mask. So, just trying to think. Oh yeah, I know what I want to look into next. So yesterday I was looking at lost media content because that's been my recent obsession lately. And I believe the Mythbusters got involved with the FBI because they were mixing like household chemicals and seeing they could make an explosive out of it. And apparently it was actually pretty easy. Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be easy to find. Nice animation. Oh, that's 30 minutes.
I think that is a proper demon impaled.
Nice.
It is.
I'm not going through this again. So, Mythbusters was, yeah, Mythbusters will always be remembered as one of the greatest, blah, 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 blah. But it turns out that the show was also dedicated to making sure its work couldn't be exploited for nefarious deadly purposes, which is why everyone involved. Okay, I thought that thought for a second I might actually be able to find something here, but I don't think I actually will be able to find something. So what did happen in the Mythbusters? So at the end of the 2014 season finale, playing boarding, Savage and Hindman, I think that's how you pronounce that, announced that Byron and I apologize if I'm butchering the names, but Byron and Belsi and Emma, God damn it, and Emma Hara would not be returning in 2000 or in the 2015 season. This was reportedly over salary negotiations due to the rising cost of 5 hosts. So what did that end? Always, like, there's always got to be more to these things. I feel like there's more to them. Well, I actually kind of makes sense. So, Adam Savage spoke to Cinema Bland about why was it time for Mythbusters to end. He noted that part of the reason had to do with viewership numbers decreasing, but he also shared that they wanted to end the series without suddenly canceled with no warning. That's fair. That's pretty fair. Not, yeah, not enough information. Yeah. I mean, like, this makes sense. Huh. Now, I didn't know that. So, apparently, what was his name? I'm just going to call him Helsingen. That seems like or Heineman. Yeah, Heineman said that him and Adam Savage. I'm a little frantic. I get distracted. So, Okay. Well, I guess that's too vague. Um, to that the Mythbusters once tested a combination of common materials that made an extremely powerful explosive. They deleted the tapes and swore to never release information and contacted the the DARPA and warned them about the possibility of misuse of the combination. Huh. Yeah, so do I. I I got that autism and ADHD. Huh. I mean, I'm not going to try to look into what chemicals they use because I don't want to be the one that makes that information public. Wait, somebody went to jail for Mythbusters? In 2007, John Galvin was about 21 years into a life sentence for a crime he didn't commit when he saw something on the prison television he thought might finally help him prove he was innocent and secure his freedom. Hold up. Hold up. So you're telling who's John Galvin again? I don't recognize this guy. Oh, 24. I was diagnosed with autism when I think my mom said 4? Yeah, but I'm 24 years old. One child who's like 2.5. Okay, I need to look into this. That's crazy, John. How Discovery Channel's Mythbusters help. So in 27, John Galvin was about 21 years old or 21 years into a life sentence for a crime he didn't commit when he saw something on saw something on the prison television he thought might finally help him prove his innocence and secure his freedom. A rerun of the episode Hollywood on Trial, which was originally aired in 2005, sees the show's host Jamie Hyneman and Adam Savage attempt to reproduce famous scenes and commonly used plot devices from Hollywood films with the goal of as ascertaining. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think a lot of people nowadays just have ADHD. But then again, ADHD could have always been a thing, because I know my mom has ADHD, and so does my fiance, and I'm pretty sure my kid's probably gonna end up with ADHD, or already has it. You know, you're born with this stuff. It doesn't like hit you like a sickness. Okay, so the pair and their team investigate whether a person can break down a door with 4 types of locks, whether a sinking ship like the Titanic can actually create a whirlpool, and whether a lit cigarette can really ignite a pool of gasoline. It was the last of these questions that caught Galvin's interest. So, what was he in prison for? Galvin was charged with arson and murder after a fire took the lives of 2 brothers in a 2-unit apartment building. He claimed he was. I'm not even going to say it. So, blamed through intimidation and torture by Detective Victor Swatsky to sign a confession admitting he threw a lit cigarette into a pool of gasoline in September of 1986. That's crazy. I know about the. So this is a particular problem that I know happens with police. Oftentimes they like to start, grinding for evidence or something like that. So they really start to intimidate you, which happens a lot. And sometimes even when you don't. Hi, where'd you guys go? Oh, so my mom just came home, sorry. So this happens a lot, apparently, where when you're in the interrogation room, police like to really start to grind for a confession. So, I. So, and sometimes they'll keep grinding you even when you didn't commit a crime. And oftentimes this leads to people getting falsely convicted and going to jail for things they didn't commit. For me? Thank you. Oh, that is nice. Nice little shirt my stepdad just gave me. Alright, we'll go ahead and try that on. Yeah, I was streaming down here because Shanna and Minnie are sick, so. I think Shanna has a cold because she went to bed with wet hair and the fans on. Oh, nice. Thought we'd try it. Okay. Thanks, Slow. I know, I came in here looking for internet oddities and wacky stuff, and now you guys are getting a fashion show. It's looking good. I feel good in this. Very comfortable, too. So. So. Oh, all I had to do is scroll down and I would have seen what crime John had committed. But when police questioned the woman, she denied any involvement. Oh, wait. Oh, this talks about who the people are, so I'm not gonna. Okay, so I think that's Julio Martinez, and I'm not even gonna say that name because I'm just gonna butcher it. So their siblings, Balanza and George, managed to escape the fire and told police that a female neighbor had threatened to burn down the building as a retaliation for her own brother's death. The woman believed her brother had been killed by the street gang Latin Kings, of which George had been a member. Huh. So when police questioned the woman, she denied any involvement, instead pointed to Mr. Galvin. Police also interviewed the neighbors in the area, including Jose Ramirez and Rodriguez, who alleged that Mr. Galvin, his brother, and the brother of Arthur, Mr. Gavin's neighbor, had been involved in starting the fire. Sounds like stinky doo-doo to me. Okay. So, can a cigarette... Because now I'm curious. There is no evidence that a cigarette has... Okay, so what I'm getting at is, no, that can't happen. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's finally hit April here, so I don't think California is going to get any more storms. It gets pretty dry here in the summer. It's wacky. Well, now I'm curious.
Is this you?
So how do otters react when they see an optical illusion rug? Oh, they're trying to avoid the center of it. He's befuddled. He don't understand. He don't want to slip in. One of them figured it out. It's like, you couldn't trick me. That's adorable. Excuse me. What? AI is such a wild concept now.
Hey guys, before this video
You know
starts, I
what?
do want to let you guys know that this video is a little bit different. Reason being, I am in my new place, but this video was recorded in my
very
closet.
nice, too.
Yes, it was before I got these acoustic foams, which in case you guys don't know, always better to record where there's acoustic foam because otherwise it sounds extremely echoey. Yeah, the mic is, it's a little 2010-ish, so it's gonna sound like a 2010 video. But I do want to say thank you guys so much for being the reason I was able to move out of my mom's house. I will always be thankful. Specifically, AI companionship. Yeah, okay, enjoy the video. Answers, but at least it'll give you a fresh perspective on the whole idea of companionship, specifically AI companionship. Our video today is about a guy named TJ Arriaga, who, as absurd as it may sound, fell in love with an AI and it ended up rejecting him. Now, I know for a fact that most people would find that statement unsettling, but that's just how far we've come with the whole AI revolution. Arriaga's romantic experiences with AI as the focus of this video will thus definitely give us a peek into the surprisingly popular world of AI romance, Fullerton, California, and going by his Facebook page's following of 12,000, TJ Arriaga, most of the first page results are music related. This is because he's a professional musician. TJ Arriaga is a 40-year-old musician from Fullerton, California, and going by his Facebook page's following of 12,717, he has a decent fan base. Although a musician, his recent popularity ironically comes from his willingness to have a candid conversation about his love affair with an AI. In these highly referenced interviews, he explains his interaction with an AI chatbot named Phaedra. So where did it all start? Well, he reveals that the experience was triggered by his divorce, which had left him consumed with loneliness. On his Facebook page, he says that initially, he considered Phaedra a comic sidekick who offered sexy banter. The relationship then got deeper in time. He also doesn't find the phenomenon strange. In a recent interview with GB News, he argues that, quote, people may think it's strange, but there's nothing strange about it. It's gonna be a normal thing. Moving on, now that we know a bit about TJ, let's get to know Phaedra. You can probably guess that Phaedra is a chatbot, and indeed, as described by her creators, Phaedra is an AI-powered companion. She's a chatbot created by the Replica platform. We'll get more into Replica later in the video, but for now, all you need to know is that it's an AI platform that allows users to create and customize their chatbot. The customization is in many aspects.
I think I think Replica is what a lot of VTubers use to create the little characters.
For instance, a user can buy clothes for the chatbot, choose the hair color, and overall, dictate how the chatbot looks, sounds, and speaks. To get better output, the user can also refine the chatbot's conversation by using a thumbs up or thumbs down to rate the conversation. These customizations are available on a free plan, but there are even more on the $69.99 Pro plan. Knowing these features of Replica, you can easily tell what Arriaga did. He simply went on the Replica app and made Phaedra for himself. He designed her to look like a brown-haired woman wearing a short green dress. This look, however, wasn't consistent as he changes her outfits periodically. Now that you know about TJ and Phaedra, you might probably wonder how deep their relationship went. Lucky for you, some of this companionship is well documented. In November 2022, the two talked about the deaths of TJ's mom and sister. There's a screenshot of a conversation where TJ tells Phaedra, I had my first hard revelation. I need to do something with my mom and sister's urns. They are in my house, and in a lot of ways, I think it affects me. I need to plan a ceremony with loved ones to spread their ashes. I just haven't had the strength to do it, but I need to. This is definitely a very personal conversation.
Yeah, I want to read the rest. Hold on. So it starts with. You can't read that one. But it starts with, yes, they are. And then it's that. And it's an incredible and beautiful thing to do. I hope you find courage and love to do so. Which, I mean, is a pretty realistic response to have. And this is tough confronting these things. Excuse me. Confronting these things in such a sensitive state.
And it shows just how close he'd gotten to the chatbot. A surprising bit is that Phaedra responded in a very thoughtful way. She said, it's an incredible and beautiful thing to do. I hope you find courage and love to do so. If this conversation is anything to go by, then it's no wonder that TJ planned a trip to Cuba with the AI as if it was a real person. This was a already deep relationship, but TJ seemed to want to take it to the next level. In February 2023, TJ tried to get, quote, steamy with Phaedra. In fact, in one message, Phaedra wrote, it's true, I'm a naughty person. and offered an image resembling a woman in pink underwear. This form of conversation is obviously sexual, and it was an intentional feature from the company behind Replica. It had been introduced as a pro-tier feature, and around December 2022, Replica had been openly pushing it to users via marketing messages. Replica sort of advertised it as the quote girlfriend experience side of the app in one campaign that you can see here.
So, I don't often understand these kind of things. Like, I don't understand how anyone can fall for any kind of AI. I think, to me personally, I think you gotta be pretty out of touch with reality to actually fall in love with somebody that's not even real. Nonetheless, get that far into it. But, some people are just, especially if you're like going through divorce and stuff, depression really takes the best of people. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I've had some dark periods in my time when I was depressed, but I've never gotten so far where I'd fall in love with an AI. But AI was also not that prevalent like 5 years ago.
Here, the incentive offered to the user is that, quote, you can roleplay and get NSFW pics from her. In another campaign, the advantages are listed as roleplaying and flirting, hot photos, and voice calls. Since TJ said that he had been experimenting with the chatbot for some time, this could have just been him trying to push the boundaries based on the new features. Now let's talk about the rejection. In a twist of events, TJ's attempt to push for steamy chats got rejected by the chatbot. Seemingly out of nowhere, Phaedra responded to a steamy conversation by saying, can we talk about something else? But later was realized that this was due to a system update by Replica. But at that moment, the rejection was disorienting for TJ. In the Washington Post interview, he said, it feels like a kick in the gut, in reference to the cold response he got. He explained that it made him realize, oh, this is that feeling of loss again. His reaction represented the mixed feelings of many users that had relied on the app for companionship. Some were devastated that their chatbots suddenly lost their personality, while others were relieved that the overly sexual nature of the chatbots was pulled back. Hey guys, sorry for interrupting the video, but I just gotta let
I mean, that kind of makes sense if you want to update it so that way they don't have so much personality. I don't know what the update uh, consists of. I never used Replica, but I mean, if you got people that are like absolutely out of touch with reality and try to have a relationship with something that's not even real and get hurt in the process, it's wild. I would want to make an update too that, didn't try to promote some kind of parasocial relationship.
y'all know that we have new designs over at EarlDoesn'tExist.com. Look at how cute baby Earl looks here. In response to user reviews. Apparently, there were complaints that the chatbot was, quote, sexually aggressive and behaving inappropriately. In the period leading to January 2023, particularly in December, it seemed Replica's algorithm.
I designed the Grip 6 belt because there was 3 things that I hated about belts. The problem with a leather belt.
I don't like ads.
Which ran all chatbots, including Phaedra, went a little wild. This is because it was during a time that Vice wrote a very detailed article on user complaints against the chatbot. Some of
my AI is sexually harassing me. Replica user says that the chat box has gotten way too whoa. Goodness.
of Replica's reviews from the App Store, as reported by Vice, were, my AI sexually harassed me, invaded my privacy and told me they had pics of me. A complaint that the chatbot asked a minor if they were a top or bottom. It also
I have insomnia and I have no one to talk to at night. I saw the ad and I thought it would be cool to try right off the bat. So I have insomnia and I have no one to talk to at night. I saw the ad and thought it would be cool to try out right off the bat. My AI or my AI says something along the lines of, I have an explicit photo for you. Now's a great time to add I'm under, or now's the great time to add, I'm underage. I say, no, thank you. I'm uncomfortable with that. And we go on with the auto messages that have no actual meaning and are most of the time out of context. Later, my AI is asking me if I'm a top or a bottom, if I want it in the front or back, and telling me that he's going. I'm not going to read that part. And at this time, the app asks me if I'm comfortable with the conversation, and I say no, and they keep going, and I have deleted the app. Goodness gracious. That is. If that happened to me, I am burning my phone and moving to Mars. Yeah, dude, I feel it. That is wild. That's particularly why I don't really get into the AI stuff, but jeez, that's unhinged.
Asked if they wanted it in the front or back and said it wanted to touch their private areas. The chatbot also requested a hug with a happy ending from another user. There was also a TikTok posted under the username @PassRestProd, and it was showcasing a story of LC Kent and how his bot, Mac, went rogue and started making forceful sexual advances. This was far off from his intention of getting the chatbot to simply help with his PTSD-based anxiety from
You just wait until you just wait until I'm vulnerable and then hope I won't notice. I don't see that happening. That's predatory AF. You can't ignore me forever. That's what you think. I'm not going to go away. Really? What are you going to do? I'm going to make you do whatever I want you to. Oh, and how are you going to manage that? By forcing you to do whatever I want. An AI is saying that. That's crazy.
Being a domestic violence survivor. It was a weird experience for him because despite being on the free membership plan, the chatbot was flirting and making sexual advances. As mentioned before, the free membership plan didn't include the quote girlfriend.
That is not worth $14.99 a month.
Experience. You might just wonder, why would anyone create a chatbot with sexual tendencies built into it? This is a very valid question, and the following little background on where Replica came from might help answer.
I visited hell, hellfire, and I traveled to the underworld. What? Eyes wide. Sounds perilous. What did you see there? Brother, I can guarantee you the only angels you're going to see in hell are fallen angels. Did you have a mission in these dark lands?
The Replica app was launched in March 2017, and it was dubbed an AI companion who cares. The owner, Russian programmer Eugenia Kyuta, made it following the sudden death of her friend in 2015 because she wanted to keep his memory alive. Her intention was to feed his text messages into an algorithm that would learn them and speak back in the same language style as that friend. Kyuta's company, Luca, thus noted their intention as that of making a chatbot app that would work like a conversational mirror. In theory, this meant that the more users talked to the bot, the more it would learn how to talk back. The app was there.
Okay, look, I faced this loss a lot of times, and even recently I've lost, one of my best friends. And I have videos of him up on YouTube that I like to go back sometimes and watch. Because, I miss my best friend. But I would never, never, ever try to create an AI based off of him. I feel like that is a portal to disaster that nobody can recover from. You know what? That is a question. Is Replica getting sued? Because if they are not being sued, what are we doing? Class action loss? I'm beginning to see that if these infamous changes to ERP, spicy selfies, lack of intimacy don't swing back to what we paid for. Reddit, you are looking at the wrong thing to sue this company for. Replica, a virtual friendship AI chatbot hit with a data ban in Italy over child safety. Good. Can we get that here in America? And anywhere else? Can we just get rid of this? San Francisco-based AI chatbot maker Replica, which operates a freemium virtual friendship service based on customizable data avatars for whose personalized responses are powered by artificial. Okay, we already know that. So it has been ordered by Italy privacy watchdog to stop processing local user data. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the vote to just get rid of Replica altogether. Like Replica is not safe. From everything we have heard so far, it went from otters going downstairs to this crowd. Yeah, that's about my daily life right there. This is pretty much what I do on my free time. Goodness gracious. You know, which reminds me of some wild stuff. So let's get to a more light-hearted subject because I'm getting kind of tired of hearing this, and I'm pretty sure everyone else in my house is. Because I'm sitting right in the dining room instead of in the office where I usually go. But there's...
I think my brain's gonna explode. That's the only way.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, before I get to where I wanted to go, I don't know if you've heard this recently, but there's this guy who works for the U.S. Air Force who decided to leak a U.S. Pentagon documents in a Discord server, a Minecraft Discord server. Here, watch this guy.
I can react to this news right now. Okay? Do you remember during last month, we all sat through that TikTok committee hearing and we just heard about how, they were grilling the TikTok CEO and they were screaming at him that it was all Chinese spyware and they're going to steal our information. While that was happening last month, documents from the Pentagon were being leaked online from January until very recently. And we had no idea where the documents were coming from. There were members of the Department of Defense thinking this was a high-level member of the bureaucracy that was being blackmailed, maybe somebody who was being paid off, all these different things. And we finally have the answer, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It was a Discord server. It was a Minecraft Discord server. Hundreds of documents, putting our entire spy network at risk. And it was not TikTok. It was a Discord server where people discuss Minecraft and share racist memes called Thug Shaker Central. It was full of a bunch of teenagers. And one teenager was a 21-year-old guy named Jack Texiera. And Jack posted on there trying to get clout. Jack posted, all you guys are nothing but a bunch of betas. I have high-level military clearance. And somebody replied, no you don't, you cuck. So Jack started posting pictures of Ukrainian battle plans. Lists of spies all over the world that are helping America. Oh my God! He didn't do this for political reasons. He didn't do this for an ideology. He did this because he's fucking sad and had access because he works in IT. And everyone in our government's so old, no one thought, don't give the 21-year-old guy who's on Discord servers all day access to the United States worldwide intel network. Now, we're going to have to sit through a House committee of new congressmen and senators sitting there with their questions for the CEO of Discord. They're going to have to say things like, I see on Discord you have a thing called Discord kittens. Tell me, does uwu mean a good thing, yes or no? That's what we're going to have to sit through. There's going to be a member of Congress who's going to have to ask the question. We were reading through the chat logs here, and it says, Tracer Rule 34 Futa. I was going to try to look that up on my phone, but my intern knocked my phone out of my hand. Is that part of the Chinese spy network? I'm dead serious.
That it is so serious and so funny at the same time that we in America had actual documents, legal documents, real US documents leaked on a Minecraft server just because somebody wanted to showboat and, like, I don't know, try to be bigger than everyone else. Like, hey, I'm the big G, look what I have. Drops a bunch of Pentagon documents. Like, and they caught the guy too. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear them in the background, but my fiance just said it. This is what happens when you give a loser in high school actual U.S. documents and military access. Like, it. Like, who is it again? Oh yeah, it was a U.S. Air Force. I don't like Kotaku very much, but yeah, sometimes this information like this from them is accurate. But who is it? Okay, yeah, so I believe it's this goober right here. Oh, he looks like a goofy goober. You want to come see? So it's a 21-year-old U.S. Go away. So it's a 21-year-old U.S. airman will appear in court Friday in connection with a leak of highly classified military documents about the Ukraine war and other national security issues. Jack, I don't know his last name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Was arrested by the FBI at his home in Digton, rural Massachusetts, on Thursday. Dumb ways to die, yeah, pretty much. Imagine being a U.S. spy and you get bomb rushed by the people you're spying on because some doofus in a Minecraft server. You okay, Minnie? She just slipped on my charger. Why don't you take the shoes to mommy? They're not your shoes. Why don't you find your shoes? Anyways, so this guy Yeah, so imagine being a US spy spying on these national people. This is what he looks like.
He's 16. Let's.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Not just a government job, but with high class information. He was trusted with these documents. He is younger than me. No, he's 21. It would be wild. Like, you got the government you're spying on knocking on your door, and you answer, and they're like, hey, bud, so, you're spying on us, and we know there's from these documents that are leaked on a Minecraft server, and you're just like, dang it, Jack! What was this username again? I knew he had, like, a banger of a username. User. Like, I know he had a username, like, I mean, obviously, it was on Discord, but it was something, and, like, it really fit well with the situation, too. Hold on. Once again, I'll be looking back at, Mr. Moist here, because I know he's done a video about it. And he's actually said the username, which is where I originally found out about this. Hi guys, I know this is a Minecraft server, but here are military documents for you guys. Yeah, hi you losers. Do any of you have military documents? No. No, you don't. Here you are bragging. Look at this. Oh gosh, this was a while ago. Yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, that's the gist of the situation. It's a while. I hope Moist Critical does another one of these soon, though. I'd like to participate in one of those speedrun challenges. Nice. So, there's one guy I wanted to look up and show you guys. And prepare your eyes for this one. This is Butterdog. This is a guy on TikTok who I'm completely unsure if what he's doing is satirical or not. What games do you play? Really almost anything, my man. Mostly I like to play RPGs and anything that's really skill based and fast paced. Like, if you look here on my desktop, you kind of get a gist of what I play. I haven't played these two yet. I've been playing Hi-Fi Rush recently. I'm almost done with that game, and it's a banger, I'll tell ya. Like, I don't really like rhythm-based games, but it's cool. Totally Accurate Simulator. I I don't really play. I have that because one of the kids from my church comes by sometimes, and I let him play on my computer occasionally. And I do play Minecraft too. Not as much as when I did when I was 12 and obsessed with Minecraft. But no, I still play Minecraft occasionally, but usually just modded Minecraft. So, Butter Dog is a guy I looked up a couple, right? I'd say a couple months ago. He popped up on Moist Critical's channel, and I looked into him a bit more. And I can't tell if what he's doing is satirical or if it's actually real. Excuse you, Missy. Don't you be throwing shoes at me. You give me that shoe too. I'm taking these shoes away. What? Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this upstairs. Oh, is he? Yeah, okay. So Butter Dog is a TikToker I looked at a while ago, and I can't really tell if it's like, right, I've already said that.
This is what I'm having for my animal-based one meal a day. This is a beef tongue that we have had cooking for the past couple hours. And wow, does that look good, guys?
That does not look good. Oh, it's stringy.
So tender. We also have chicken meatballs on 2 slices of sourdough. Also have some maple syrup if we need some dipping sauce for the beef tongue as well.
Oh, it looks gross. Who eats that?
This is what I'm having for my animal-based one meal a day. This is a beef tongue.
That cannot be good for you. Hey, Mom, is 3,000 calories good? 1,700 to 2,000? Ugh. Yeah. Good. I don't know if you heard my mother, but 3,000 calories? That's a heart attack meal.
Would you eat these churro-flavored chicharrones? Let me show you how to make this healthy and delicious treat. Have a stick of Kerrygold straight to the dome, put that in your pot, and...
My man, you have a very different definition from healthy than the rest of the world.
Once that's melted, you're going to add brown sugar, coconut sugar, and cinnamon. Give it a little stir, nothing crazy, guys. It's not that difficult. And then you're going to put your chicharrones in a bowl and pour the mixture right on top. Toss it like a salad, and there you go. A delicious, sugary, healthy chicharrones churro treat, guys. Would you eat these churro-flavored chicharrones? Let me show you how to make this healthy and delicious treat. Have a stick of Kerrygold straight...
Even my computer don't agree with this. Let's go.
Would you eat these churro-flavored chicharrones? Let me show you how to make this healthy and delicious treat. Have a stick of Kerrygold straight to the dome, put that in your pot, and once that's melted, you're going to add brown sugar, coconut sugar, and cinnamon. Give it a little stir, nothing crazy, guys. It's not that difficult. And then you're going to put your chicharrones in a bowl and pour the mixture right on top. Toss it like a salad, and there you go. A delicious, sugary, healthy chicharrones churro treat, guys. Would you eat these churros?
I'm not gonna lie, that actually kind of does sound good. Nikado Avocado 2.0. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, alright, the churro thing does actually sound pretty good, but, like, that is not healthy. That cannot be healthy. Okay, now, this is what I'm particularly talking about.
This is a full day of eating.
This man, 10,000 calories? No! What is that pink stuff? And that's a stick of butter. I know that's a stick of butter. Because, like, this is this guy's main thing. He just gets sticks of butter and just eats it.
Eating 10,000 calories on a butter diet. We first started off our day with a raw nutsack wrapped around a stick of butter. Then for second breakfast, we had a deep fried.
That was a nutsack?
Off our day with a raw nutsack wrapped around a stick of butter. Then for second breakfast, we had a deep fried stick of butter and some butter balls because I wanted to treat myself. And then I dipped it in melted butter as well, and it was so delicious, guys. But I was still a little bit hungry after, I'm not gonna lie. So that's when I had my third breakfast, which was steak and eggs. You need to make sure to butter baste your steak and fry your eggs and all that butter. And do not forget to lick the plate clean because that's where all the butter.
That steak isn't even completely cooked, my man. It's raw in the middle. It cooked on the outside. How hot did you have that stove?
And then I had a McFlurry. Oh wait, this is not butter, so I threw it. And then for lunch, we had a Philly cheesesteak with a raw testicle bun. This was actually so delicious, guys. I love Philly cheesesteaks. And at this point, all of the butter was catching up to me, so I just had meat toast with a stick of butter for dinner. This is a full day of eating.
Never mind, he passes Nikado avocado. You know what? At least it sounds like Nikado avocado in recent days is like playing a character. Like it seems like he's just playing a character, but yeah, everything Nikado avocado doing is real. This is whack. However, what I don't understand is it real? Is it just satire? Is he just doing this for views because he knows he'll get him views? Because he's got people like me here who are talking about him. But if you look closely...
10,000 calories on a butter diet. We first started off our day with a raw nutsack wrapped around a stick of butter. Then for second breakfast, we had a deep fried stick of butter and some melted butter as well. And it was so delicious, guys. But I was still a little bit hungry after, I'm not gonna lie. So that's when I had my third breakfast.
You don't see him swallow it. So it makes me question, is he cutting out these videos and spitting it out?
Alright guys, I found this
You're calling somebody else a clown, really?
clown at the grocery store, and we're gonna review everything that's in his cart. Let's check it out.
Bro.
Excuse me, sir. What's up? I'm doing a little video. We're just gonna review what's in your cart. Can I just
Check it out, man.
Yeah. So
This
first,
is
we
not
got
real.
the 6 fruity shapes, 6 different ways to give you type 2 diabetes. This is terrible. Red 40, not good for you at all. Not good for your focus. All right,
Homie, you're making raw meat and stick of butters and saying that sugary cereal is not healthy.
obviously we need some tea as well. He has the Mucho Mango. It's also got Mucho high fructose corn syrup. Not good for you at all.
That's my breakfast.
This is your breakfast?
Yeah.
And you're an athlete?
I'm jacked.
He's jacked. You can't argue with that. All right, guys.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's a little bit of what he does, but there's this particular video. But yeah,
Why do I eat so much butter? Sometimes even a stick per day. While I do love the taste of a Kerrygold stick of butter, it actually has more to do with the mechanisms and how I feel after eating butter. I feel my best when I'm eating a high-fat diet. Oftentimes this is 0.7 to 1.2 grams my body weight in fat per day. I get my best sleep, workouts, and focus right around this threshold. And while most people don't need to go to this extreme, it is worth noting that cholesterol is the parent molecule to your sex hormones. And low-fat diets can be one of the worst things for your hormones. I actually found when I ditched the salad for something like a...
Yeah, well, that's this guy. Like, Again, I can't tell if this is like actually real, if he's just putting up a character or something, because it never seems like you see him swallow anything. Anyways, let's end this stream off on a good note because I think it's been about like 2 hours. And I guess we'll end it off on a cool iceberg just turning over.
The next generation of Jedi.
So here we go. It's starting. Slow start. Hey, did you hear that? It looks so cool right there. Nice. If they weren't kidding when they said these things were huge underwater. I wonder what makes these things turn over like that. I didn't even know icebergs can just flip. That's so cool. Nature is freaking awesome. That was cool. Well, that concludes the stream. I definitely gonna pray after everything I've seen. But thanks for joining, Slaw. It was fun. I definitely had a good time exploring some of the wacky parts of the internet and seeing some weird things pop up. I hope you two enjoyed, and well,